What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I haven't put up a video in like 7 days. Honestly, I've done a lot of fishing. I honestly just have not been filming it. And there's been a few times where I really wish I have filmed it because I've had some really good days lately, whether it was in a pond, canal, lake, it doesn't matter. The fishing right now has been very, very, very good. So I'm gonna go over 5 baits real quick on what I've been using in all those different bodies of water to be able to catch fish during this fall winter transition. We're still in that fall time, but with the weather cooling at night, it's starting to get colder and colder and colder, and that's slowly pushing the fish off a little bit deeper. So you're starting to see that winter pattern. Not a whole lot though yet, but just the tiniest bit. What I'm gonna be doing, like I said, 5 quick baits, and we're gonna get started right now. We're gonna start off, obviously everybody knows this time of year the fish are going crazy. They're eating any sort of shad that they see, any sort of craws that they see. They're trying to fatten up for the winter so that they can sit deep, survive until the springtime when they come shallow, and you can catch them just bed fishing or whatever. But I've been using this style of a crankbait. The reason why I like this style of a crankbait is because it's a little bit thinner up top, which creates a little bit of a tighter wobble, and in my opinion that just gives the fish more vibration, more of a presentation, natural presentation that they want to see so that they could grab it, strike it, you could get that hook set and get that fish in the boat or on the shore, whatever you're fishing. This specific crankbait dives anywhere from 8 to 12 feet. Right now, that's what I'm noticing is best. First thing in the morning, they're up top, they're chasing bait, but once you get to about 8 o'clock to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they are sitting a little bit deeper. But you got to remember, fish do not have eyelids, and because they don't have eyelids, they're always looking up, they're always searching for food. So when they see this sucker run by, it looks like a perfect shad imitation with that tight wobble, and it's just deep enough to where they could catch it real quick. They'll just see it come by and they'll just snatch it real quick. Excellent crankbait. Remember, 8 to 12 feet right now is working the best for me personally. I'm more of a shore fisherman, as most of you guys know on this channel. If you guys have not already, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification for any future videos. I greatly appreciate all of you. The next one is the jerkbait. This is, oh, we got some line right there, twisted all up on it. But this specific crankbait is a Rapala. It is an awesome crankbait, as you can hear. Lot of noise, lot of sound. The cool thing is, first thing in the morning when I'm using these crankbaits, I keep saying crankbaits, jerkbaits. First thing in the morning when I'm using this specific jerkbait, it's awesome because I'm popping it really quick and then I'll give it a long pause, anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. And since it's suspended, it's going to sit there in the water column, and then you're going to rip it, and that's when I've been getting bit. I've been really getting aggressive with it. The second it hits the water, just boom, 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 boom. Let it sit for 5 to 10 seconds, and then boom, boom. That's when I've been getting bit, is on that quick reaction strike right after the pause. So make sure you guys go pick up a few jerkbaits, give it a try. You will not regret it. This time of year is an excellent time for the bass to be eating those jerkbaits because they're darting around. They look like shad moving all over the place. And sometimes if you have the floating jerkbaits that slowly come up, that is actually really good because you're darting it and then it's slowly coming up. It looks like an injured bait fish. So they'll just grab it, smash it, you'll hook up, and you won't regret it. Sometimes you'll get 2-3 fish on one jerkbait. Doesn't happen often, but it will happen, especially this time of year when the fish are this aggressive. The third bait, especially in the ponds, I mean, they've been working really good at the lakes, but specifically in the ponds right now. The Stealth Jackhammer by Z-Man's, the chatterbait. This chatterbait is freaking incredible. You can pair it up with any sort of trailer that you want, but this thing is excellent. I just picked it up 2 weeks ago and I instantly fell in love with it. I like it because the blade right here that kicks up all that vibration, it's so small, and because it's clear, the fish don't see it and they just feel that vibration going through. And the great thing about the jackhammers is the second you hit the water, the second you start retrieving it, you feel that blade kicking instantly. I mean, that is exactly what you want when you're fishing with the chatterbait. You want to feel that blade kicking the second you start retrieving, because a lot of times you'll cast out on a point, on a drop off, ledge, whatever you're fishing around, and sometimes you have to give it a pop if you're fishing with a a little bit cheaper chatterbait and you have to give it a pop to get that blade really going. With this, you just cast it and literally you'll feel it the first half of retrieval, you'll feel it kicking up. And honestly, that is when I've been getting bit a lot on it. I've been getting bit a ton within the first 2-3 retrievals of the reel. I've been using a 7-to-2 gear ratio reel when it comes to that specific chatterbait. I've been doing more of a slow retrieval with it, been slowing it down a little bit. That's when I've been getting the bites. When I've been ripping it, I have not been getting as many bites. And I do think because it is a little bit bigger of a profile bait, which is one reason why I think the slower retrieval is getting those fish to really want to hone in and hit it. The next lure, if you guys are struggling and you guys are having a hard time catching any fish, whether it's on a plastic, a hard bait, anything. As you guys see, I use the Death Stalker a lot, but these are at Bass Pro, the little blitz blades. You can pick them up anywhere. I'm seeing Walmarts all across the valley starting to grab these and sell these on their floor. Make sure you pick up a couple of these. This is obviously a sexy shad color, most traditional color of any sort of lure in probably the history of bass fishing. It looks just like a shad, perfect shad imitation. It's 2 inches long and it works just like a lipless crankbait. It's just a smaller profile, a tighter wobble, and in my opinion, it kicks up more of a vibration. And because it matches the hatch so darn well, the fish are gonna hit it. You are gonna hook more smaller fish, and you're gonna get more quantity over quality. But if you're out there and you're just trying to have a good time, you're not worried about catching your PB that specific day, and you just want to go out and have a good time, this is the bait for you. I'm telling you guys, it is excellent. There are so many different sizes. They range anywhere from 1 inch all the way up to 4 inches. I've been using the 1 inch to 2 inches the most, and these things are heavy too. I mean, they're like 1/4 of an ounce. You can really cast it out there. You can use it on spinning gear, you can use it on bait casting gear because they're heavy enough for both. And the final technique, everybody knows it. I mean, the drop shot. Drop shot is the perfect technique, and my worm of choice, which usually is the 5150. Lately, I've been doing really good on the Green Pumpkin Candy by 5150, and also their Morning Dawn. Their Morning Dawn has been slaying it for me. So let me give you guys a quick look at this Morning Dawn. This Morning Dawn will mess up your fingers. I mean, it reeks. But as you can see, just like any traditional Morning Dawn, you can put a little bit chartreuse on the tail, just the tiniest bit, just to kick up a little more garlic scent. And I like to use a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight. I like to use tungsten because it's a smaller presentation, and in my opinion, I just feel like sometimes when I'm fishing with a drop shot rig and I'm using a 1/4 ounce typical lead weight, I'm weird. I think the fish can see it and I get bit less. But I just use tungsten because of my weird theories. But specifically, I'm telling you guys, give this worm a shot. It's like 4.5 inches. It's an excellent worm. And if you're not getting bit on the drop shot, switch it over to a flick shake. A flick shake, you can use just a basic, you could use a crappie grub head, like an 1/8 ounce. Feed it right through the middle and just pop it along, just like you would with a wacky rig. It's pretty much what it is a wacky rig, just with weight on the top end of it. So I'm gonna run through these baits real quick again and just show you guys them one last time. You got the crankbait, the 8 to 12 feet diver. Make sure you use anywhere from 12 to 14 pound fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon allows it to sink a little bit more and get a little bit deeper. The lighter line that you use on that, the deeper it's gonna get. Remember that. Next, you got the jerkbait. The jerkbait is an excellent lure. You wanna pair it up. I like to pair it up with a medium action rod. And I also like to use anywhere from 12 to 14 pound fluoro with this as well. Next, you got the chatterbait. The chatterbait, excellent. I know it's pricey. I know these stealth jackhammers are pricey. But the second you guys buy one, even if you just buy one, make sure that it's a good color for all the body of water where you're fishing, whether it's murky or whether it's clear. Try to match the hatch the best that you can. Use any trailer of your choice. This is just a basic Cabela's little swim bait, 3.3 inch. You get them for like $2.50 at Bass Pro for like 10 of them. So I mean, you can't beat the deal. It's literally a perfect stealth bait. You don't see this going through the water, but you feel that vibration like crazy. And something about it just attracts the fish a lot more. I like to use 12 pound test for this. Fluorocarbon as usual. Next, With this one, I like to go a little bit lighter. If I'm using spinning gear with the Blitz blade, I like anywhere from 8 to 10 pound test. If I'm using it on a bait caster, 10 to 12 pound test. I use mono for these. Mono works just fine. Mono works just fine for me, but I would recommend fluoro because fluoro doesn't have as much stretch, and I think that's one reason why I do lose a lot of fish when I use lures like this, whether it's a Blitz blade or a Death Stalker. I lose a lot of fish because they jump up, they spit it. Mono has a little more stretch, and I think because of that, it has more give, allows the fish to be able to spit the hook a little bit easier. Last but not least, you got the Morning Dawn 5150, and you got a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight drop shot rig. Use anywhere from a 6 to 8 inch leader at the most. That's what I like to use this time of year. And if you guys use these techniques, whether you're fishing in a lake, from the shore, on a boat, or you're fishing in a canal or a pond, you're gonna catch fish on these, I promise you. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in the last 8 days. I'm gonna try to get back at it as much as I can, and try to put up more content to entertain you guys the best that I can. I also got a surprise coming in, we'll say about 12 weeks. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys next time on Southwest Fishing.